You've been beaten down. Life has thrown you to the ground more times than you can count, hasn't it? The struggle, the pain, the relentless pressure, it feels like it's all too much. Like every step forward is met with a wall that refuses to break. But you're still here. You're still breathing. And that's because deep down, even if you don't see it yet, you're not done. You're not broken. You're just in the process of becoming. It's okay to feel like you're at rock bottom. It's okay to feel lost, angry, confused, and even hopeless. But let me make one thing clear. This isn't where your story ends. This is the chapter where you decide to rebuild, to transform, to turn into something stronger than anyone thought possible, including yourself. You face the storms, the losses, the doubts. But none of that defines you. What defines you is how you rise. You can't just get back up the same way you fell. No, when you return, you come back different. You come back as a beast. You don't return as the person you were before. That person? They're gone. The old you was shattered by life's punches. But from those broken pieces, you're forging someone new. Someone unbreakable. Someone relentless. You're not here to be what you used to be. You're here to evolve. There's a fire in you, one that's been ignited by the setbacks, the betrayals, the endless grind. You've been pushed into the darkness, forced to confront your own demons, and now it's time to let that fire burn brighter than ever before. But here's the thing, the world doesn't need to know your struggle. They don't need to see your work behind the scenes. They only need to see the result. You rebuild in silence. You don't talk about your plan. You don't broadcast your progress. You just keep your head down, grind harder than ever, and focus on becoming the beast you were always meant to be. Why? Because when you return, you don't need to explain yourself. Your actions will speak louder than any words ever could. People are watching you, waiting to see if you'll fail again. They expect you to stay down, to accept defeat. But that's where they're wrong. You're not here to meet their expectations. You're here to shatter them. Every moment they spend doubting you is fuel for your comeback. Every look of pity, every whispered word behind your back, they all become the energy that drives you to rise. You are not weak. Don't believe the lies life tries to tell you. You are not your failures, your mistakes, or your struggles. You are the warrior that continues to push forward despite all of it. And that's what makes you dangerous. The world underestimates you, but when you return, they won't know what hit them. You don't roar for attention. You don't need to tell everyone your next move. You just move in silence, preparing for your moment. When that moment comes, when you step out of the shadows, you'll be a beast, hungry, focused, and unstoppable. The pain you've endured isn't wasted. Every scar is a lesson. Every setback is a stepping stone to your return. You've learned things in the dark that can't be taught in the light. You've developed a toughness, a resilience that can't be broken. When you come back smarter, sharper, and stronger. So go ahead, let the world sleep on you. Let them think you've disappeared. Let them think you're done. Because when you show up, when you make your return, they won't be ready for the beast you've become. You see, life is full of predators. It's full of challenges that want to tear you apart, that want to see you quit, that want to break you. But predators, they recognize real strength when they see it. And you've been in the fight too long to back down now. You've seen the worst of it, felt the cold sting of failure, tasted the bitterness of defeat. But through all that, you've kept going. That's what makes you different. Most people, they break, they quit. They give up and blame the world for their problems. But you've stayed in the game. You've taken every punch and still managed to keep going. You're the kind of person that doesn't just survive. You thrive in the chaos. You learn, you adapt. And when you come back, you dominate. There's no more room for self-pity. No more time to feel sorry for yourself. The moment you decide to let go of your excuses, that's when everything changes. You're not a victim anymore, you're a force. Look around you. Look at how far you've come. Don't you dare forget it. Life has tested you, thrown you into the fire, and tried to destroy you. But instead of crumbling under the heat, you forged yourself into something new, something more powerful than ever before. And now, every challenge that comes your way is just another opportunity to prove how strong you've become. No more hesitation, no more doubt. This is your time. This is your moment to rise, to return as a beast that can't be tamed, broken, or controlled by anyone. Not by life, not by circumstance, not by anything that stands in your way. You've been underestimated, overlooked, and counted out. But when you come back, you'll be undeniable. When they see you again, they won't recognize the person you've become. They won't understand how you managed to rebuild yourself in the silence, in the shadows. They won't know the work you put in behind closed doors, away from the spotlight, grinding when no one was watching. But that's fine. You didn't do it for them. You did it for yourself. You've been through hell. You've felt the weight of the world crush down on your shoulders. You've carried burdens that would break most people, but instead of crumbling, you stood firm. You faced the darkness head on and learned to find your way through it. But now it's time to return. And when you return as a beast. You return as someone who doesn't need validation. Someone who doesn't need approval or applause. You return as someone who owns the power within them. When you step back into the light, the world will see what you've become. A warrior who isn't here for anyone's approval, who isn't seeking the world's permission to be great. You return as the beast you've trained yourself to be. Every scar you carry is a reminder of your journey. Every ounce of pain you felt is fuel for your future. And you survived it all, not to remain the same, but to evolve into something more. This is your metamorphosis. It doesn't matter what they think. It doesn't matter what they say. You're not coming back to fit into their expectations. You're returning to defy them. You're stepping into your next phase, your next chapter, as something they've never seen before. So let them doubt you. Let them sleep on you. Let them think you're done. Because when you return, they'll realize you were never done. You were just preparing for your next move. And now you're ready. You're ready to take back everything that was stolen from you. You're ready to dominate, to rise above every obstacle, to stand tall and show the world exactly what you're made of. Because when you return as a beast, nothing can stop you. The world will learn. They'll see your strength, your resilience, your refusal to stay down. And when they ask you how you did it, you won't need to say a word. Your actions will tell the story. So return. Return as the beast you were always meant to be. Because the world isn't ready for what you've become. They'll tremble when they see your power, when they realize that nothing, not failure, not pain, not doubt, could break you. You are unstoppable now. And once you unleash what's been growing in the silence, there will be no going back. This time you rise. And when you do, the world will have no choice but to bow.